After sailing 1,600 miles from New Zealand to Fiji via the Minerva Reefs, which are submerged atolls in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, we had finally arrived at Vunda Marina to the warmest welcome I've ever seen.
No other country would you get that. Unbelievable.
We are all cleared into the country now, so sit back and relax as we show you some of the highlights for the week, including some of the best surf we've ever seen,
The best wave of my life. So grateful.
us nearly killing ourselves on dirt bikes, and of course some more boat jobs.
Let's talk about Watermakers for a second here.
When your crew is so large that you have to do a sound off, but no one remembers their numbers.
1,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7.
Who says 9 like that?
10 crew.
GG.
Let's go out. Let's go out to Muscat Cove. You. Muscat Cove's just over there, but there's a floating bar here called Seventh Heaven. And they messaged me on Instagram saying come for a drink, so we might have a quick sundowner.
You guys ready for some cocktails?
hell yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Good to meet you, man.
Good to meet you, bro.
Cheers for the invite,
I'm
eh?
more than happy to have you guys on board.
How long have you been running this place?
2 years we've been open.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
This is Sean, the manager of Seventh Heaven.
Yeah. So we just come out of cyclone season and things are picking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This floating bar has all the systems of a sailboat, just without the main engines. It's got generators, solar power and batteries, fresh and black water systems, and she's anchored out here all season until the cyclone season arrives.
3, 2, 1.
Go, baby, go!
This was our first full day in Fiji, and we were off to a pretty damn good start.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle.
The next morning we headed out to the reef to check out what Fiji is famous for, and that's surf. There was definitely some excitement in the air for this.
Have you ever seen so many boards on a boat?
Never. Tell me it's a surf catamaran without telling me it's a surf catamaran.
Brand new, eh? Well, clean second-hand one. Clean second-hand one.
It never gets old.
No,
Never.
there's dolphins just outside your tent.
Yes.
They're back.
Best spot ever.
This is incredible. We've been waiting for dolphins our whole passage, and we didn't have them not even one day, and now there's like 100.
I still cannot believe. Look at where we are. Paradise.
You are my sun. You are my sunshine. You are my sun. Red and white.
2,
3,
4, 6,
7,
8,
9.
10.
Yay! We are surfing in Fiji, and it's mostly reef breaks. So that's live coral. So if you fall and you land on that and it cuts you, you've got living organisms inside you and it can get infected. So you do have to be really careful, and a lot of these spots are shallow.
It was an absolute dream come true to be anchored off an island in Fiji with perfect surf, like a wave machine breaking into crystal clear waters. We had literally been excited for this moment for years, and it was even better than we had imagined. My business partner at the time and I had bought Parlay to start a surf charter company in Costa Rica, but with the growth of the YouTube channel, it became feasible to actually sail and surf all over the world rather than just in Costa Rica. So thank you guys for watching and subscribing, because we would not be here without you.
How was it?
Man,
Amazing!
the best wave of my life.
Really?
Just insane, yeah. So grateful.
Mind blowing.
Unbelievable. Oh, cockroach. That was unreal. One of the best surfs ever for me.
Yeah, me too.
That was cool, man. So
Insane.
much fun.
Insane.
Such good waves. Good for everyone. All levels. It was mean.
So I was like head high, but like mellow. Plenty of water, wasn't too shallow. And on one of my last waves, so I took off. I did my bottom turn, came, and then there was a girl on a longboard. She just jumped off her board, and her board came flying down the wave, hit me right on the ankle.
Oh,
Oh, it's really bleeding now.
And then I looked at her board afterwards, and there's a big dent in it. Surf check. Surf check on the ski.
A little scratch on the ankle wasn't going to keep me from surfing, and for the next few days we surfed our hearts out until we could barely move our arms. We were towing in with jet skis, even towing in with dinghies. This is my idea of heaven on earth. I think even you non-surfers can appreciate the quality of the waves here. What made it even better was that all the tourists had to catch their speedboat rides back to their resorts. So it just leaves us sailors out here until dark, all alone. Life doesn't get much better than this.
Always on go, feel like I'm never home. Pockets on swell, it's time to let it go. Got me going dumb, like I'm illiterate. Know you feeling it, I got you feeling this. Heat rise, have you ever stayed up to the sunshine? Came through fourth quarter in the crunch time. Need to go flee on the run like just one time. Have a fun time.
Eventually the swell died off, so it was on to the next adventure.
Okay, we're gonna go dirt bike riding up on those hills over there. A company called Mai Island Ride reached out to us and have invited us over. It's a Kiwi couple. They live in the hills, and all the crew are gonna come.
When's the last time you rode a dirt bike? Wait, have you ridden a dirt bike?
Yeah. I don't know, but
That long ago.
it could be a bit dangerous, but we'll be right.
I've probably ridden a dirt bike 15 years, a dirt bike, but yeah, looking forward to it.
You used to have a Harley.
Used to have a Harley, very different though, eh?
Good on you, brother.
How are you, mate?
Good.
Hey, Paula, how are you?
This is Jason and Mitch, who live just up the road from the Marriott Resort in Mommy Bay. They were kind enough to pick us up and welcomed us into their home.
Big fella, see you back there?
Yeah. It's the first time we'll be upright.
Pumped?
Yeah, boy.
Wow.
Make yourselves at home, mate. 'Cause I'm not really a hostess.
Wow. This is nice.
Can we stay the night?
Yeah.
This is the spot.
No, but don't hurt yourself. But if we do have an accident or an injury, something happens, we've got an emergency evacuation plan, got a first aid kit, got plenty of training.
So pumped. Getting on the old 254 strokes. A little safety ride first, and then we're into it. No turning back.
I've never wore boots on a bike like this.
All of us are pretty fresh at riding bikes, so should be interesting.
No Kickstarter.
We had all passed the introductory ride, so Jason gave us a little pep talk.
Just watch out when it's dry like this, it's still real slippery.
And we headed off deep into the mountains of Viti Levu. It was hands down the funnest ride I've ever been on.
Here he comes, hey!
And it took me way back to my childhood when I bought my first ever dirt bike at age 10. We rode through so many different types of terrain, and as the afternoon wore on, we got more and more confident on the bikes. We were all pushing each other to the limit, maybe a little bit too hard.
Alright Louis, what happened? Oh, the corner was a bit sharper than I thought, so had a little skid, man, and came off into the bush. But lucky, hey, you're lucky I'm all good, so yeah, good fun.
Bike's all good.
Bike's
Just
all
a bit
good,
of grass
bro,
on the
still rolling.
handlebar there.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a souvenir.
The track got harder and harder, and we got stuck in the jungle for a little while.
Ooh, smoking.
But it eventually opened up, and we got a real taste of the beauty of Fiji. Yeah, bro, that was so sick. Yeah, boy. Beautiful. You got more crash. He crashed again. That was the best ride I've ever done. That was so fun. Didn't even crash.
Couple of crashes.
Oh no!
No, not bad. Like good fun, heaps of fun.
Honestly, it was no joke. It was
Yeah,
we have to get a groupie. Off-road shit.
You're all so dirty.
We're like following him down these tracks, and there's like these cliffs and shit down the side.
At the end, I'm like, don't look down.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Stressful day?
It was.
Very busy here. Very busy.
You guys look overworked. It was a day to remember, that's for sure. I'll leave a link in the description for Mai Island Ride, in case you find yourself with a need for speed in Fiji.
Yeah, because they're good, yes.
This might be the most people we've ever had in this dinghy.
How was your experience this time?
It was amazing. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna cry. Yeah, I'm gonna miss everyone. It was so fun. Oh no, I'm crying. Hold on. Well, first of all, I learned so much. I love the sailing, and Jamie and Colin are so good at teaching. I loved experiencing all different types of sea state. It was a really good experience for me to be out in some of the really rubbish conditions that we had. Most of all, I'm gonna miss the people. You're all so incredible, and it's just been the best crew, and I feel like I haven't stopped laughing for 2.5 weeks, so it's gonna be sad to go. Bye! Bye! Beautiful! Bye!
Okay. Hold that thing still.
Bit up, mate. Look at this.
Sweating like a bloody. Okay. Let's talk about Watermakers for a second here. We've got a Seawater Pro that we installed about 5 years ago. And now the fresh water coming out has got a salty taste. These are the two membranes here. And it's possible that one of them has failed and is letting salt through. So what a Watermaker does is it takes the ocean water, and there's pre-filters, so it just gets the particles out of it here, and then it goes to this high pressure pump down here, and that pressurizes the salt water going through these membranes. And then in effect there's a valve inside that you throttle that pressure so that it increases the pressure inside the membrane, and the salt water coming through the membrane gets all of its salt removed, and what's coming out is pure H2O. These big blue lines here are the high pressure lines, and they you pressurize those to about 800 psi. So it's extremely high pressures to get all of the salt out. And then we've got this clear hose here, which is the product water, which is what we drink. So that's the basics of a Watermaker, and for these to last 5 years is incredible. On the super yachts we used to replace them every year, but we're doing a huge amount of water on those. But it just means we took really good care of these. Whenever we're not using the Watermaker, we put it on an automatic flush with fresh water, because salt water sitting inside these membranes is the worst thing possible for them. So it's pretty impressive that they've done 5 years. But now one or both, it's probably unlikely that both of them have, but one of them's failed. So we're just gonna isolate them. We're gonna run the system here. The batteries have run flat on the salinometer, which tells us how much salt is coming through the product water. So we're just gonna taste it coming out of here. By the way, this system runs completely off our inverter. So we try to run it when we got lots of solar, kind of like now, middle of the day. And we literally don't have to run a generator. And often we're getting more solar than what the Watermaker is even using. So really happy with the setup. It draws about 800 watts and we get 42 gallons per hour of fresh water out of the system. We've become friends with Mike, who's the owner, and he just basically sells you the parts for you to assemble it yourself. So you save so much money. No fancy sensors and all this kind of crap. It's just A lot of the parts you can just buy from Home Depot because the concept of a Watermaker is not that complicated. You're taking salt water, you're pressurizing it through a membrane, and what comes out the other side is pure H2O. Okay, I'm gonna fire it up now. So that's the boost pump. Pressurize it. Really bad. Okay, test the other one. It's better, but it's not right. So we're gonna replace both of those membranes. We'll do a time lapse and Jamie can just pull those old membranes out. We've actually got whole new membranes with the housing and everything because Mike upgraded. Okay, here are the new ones. Pump coming in here, going through, it'll go loop out and it'll go to loop in here, and then it'll go to the panel where you pressurize it. Okay, so the new membranes are in. We're gonna fire it up now and let it run for a little while in case these have got some sort of winterizing solution in them. So let's fire it up. Pump on, getting good pressure. Smells good. Oh yeah. We'll let it run for a bit longer. Let that run for a sec. That's legit. 100% pure H2O. Brand new membranes. If we look after these ones, we'll get another 5 years out of them. This is upside down. 5 more years. Yeah, you try.
I don't reckon he's got 5 more years left in him. Yeah, you can definitely taste the difference, 100%.
So we're going to dump all that water out of the tanks and fill it up with this pure H2O. This hose here we installed years ago, and it's just coming straight out of the Watermaker onto the deck. So if we want to fill up any jerry cans or whatever, it's just going straight on deck, and it's just means it doesn't go into the tank and then pumps out with the water pump and using extra power with the water pump to go into a big bucket or a jerry can. It's just coming straight from the Watermaker. Highly recommend it. And it's a good testing port for this sort of thing because it's straight out of those membranes. Okay, so the other thing we're going to do is install a couple of cleats right down on the transom here. We've got one there, but it's too far for us. This is an absolute luxury item. It's just when we jump off, we can just quickly whip the dinghy onto this cleat, and when we're towing it, we can put it onto there instead of like coming up here and kind of gets wrapped up in the handrail here. There is another cleat down there, but it's an absolute pain in the ass, that one. You have to kind of like bring the line around here, and anyway, these were pretty cheap. I found them at the chandlery over here. So, whack her in. They say that sailing around the world is just doing boat jobs in exotic locations, and there is definitely some truth to that. But being able to do almost all the jobs ourselves saves us a ton of money, and even doing things like repairing our own surfboards saves us a decent chunk of cash.
What happened?
So this is Gigi's pillow.
The sea was a bit rough today.
This is my mattress.
Your tent is now a water bed?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a jacuzzi.
So unfortunately, the love tent got a little wet.
You want a bath?
But we really wanted to surf the famous Cloudbreak before we headed off to the Asawa Islands to the west. Cloudbreak has the potential to produce waves like this. But we were more than happy to have it on a much more manageable day like today. It was our last surf for a while though, before we headed back to dinner hour to say goodbye to one of our patrons and now great friend, Paula.
I've had the most awesome time. It's just been truly unbelievable. I'm so grateful for you guys letting me come aboard and share this experience with you. It's just been good for the heart, good for the soul. I think it's made me realise that life is short, and you know, if you've got a dream, just say yes to it, do it. You know, I'm just so grateful for the opportunity for getting that invitation, because it's something that I've dreamed about for a long time. So doing a passage and just feeling what it's like to be in the middle of nowhere makes me want to buy a boat. It wants me to want to have a catamaran. So what you see on the water is just something else. It's just true beauty.
I'm gonna miss you, Paula.
I'm gonna miss you guys too so much, but I'll just be watching every episode and they've been along the way with you. So just thanks, guys. Thanks so much. You got my heart.
We're gonna miss you.
Thank you so much for everything. You've been an amazing crew member and friend.
See you, Paula.
Thanks for watching, guys, and join us at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time next Sunday as my business partner.
You made it.
And also Britt's parents join us to go out to the remote islands of the Yasawas.
Absolutely stunning. This is up there with anywhere else we've been.